Hi, can you hear me, Anubhav? I can't hear you. I think your audio is disabled. Oh, unfortunately, I can't hear anything.
Uh, Rohan, am I audible right now?
Yeah, now you're audible to me. 1 second.
Sure.
Am I visible to you?
Yes, you're visible.
I am not visible to myself for some odd reason. Let me just check. Yeah, perfectly all right.
So, hi Rohan.
Hi.
So students, we have Rohan Danke with us. Rohan sir is a very renowned faculty for Indian economy, though he has been mentoring students of various subjects like political science and international relations, internal security. But with respect to Indian economy, he has made his own name, his own space. He has been mentoring students for more than 8 years now, students who are preparing for civil services. Rohan sir is also our faculty for Indian economy in the batches that we are running right now. So the thing is, we students we have been actually getting these messages that where students really want to know what exactly needs to be done uh, with respect to economy preparation for the last 2 months. So we were able to take Rohan sir some time from Rohan sir, and he was gracious enough to grant us some time in order to guide us. So essentially, the topic that we have today is how exactly should we go about in terms of preparing for economy prelims. And the whole idea is that how exactly can we prepare ourselves so that we are able to ensure 100% accuracy. So Rohan sir, if you could just throw some light with respect to it, that will be great, sir. Please take over, sir.
Okay. Good evening to everyone. Good evening, Anubhav. Good to see you. And good evening to everyone who's joined our platform on scholar.com. It's in fact my privilege to be able to address all of you in this capacity. So today, as Anubhav has already told us, what is the objective of the session? See, all of us are very well aware that we are 2 months away from the examination. Correct. So that means that we are in the business end of the examination. The question that crops up in the minds of the students at this stage, which we have observed with all the students, including the toppers also in the past, is that panic sets in. A lot of panic sets in during these last 2 months. And what this panic does is basically it pushes students into unknown frontiers and unknown horizons. Students start collecting a lot of material at this stage because there is a lot of material which is bounced off in offline also and online also. And because of that, what happens is that students end up collecting a lot of material, but that doesn't help them because regardless of the quality of the material, what really happens is that you don't end up reading the material. See, we need to understand that the subject never changes. Subject remains the same. The source may change, but the subject will always remain the same. Right? So whichever source you refer to, you need to do complete justice and you need to do it with complete honesty. Right? We generally panic a lot. Then there are people who sometimes unfortunately misguide us, telling us that this is a sure shot trick area for economy, or you know, promises are made but they are not fulfilled, and students need to develop a temperament for examination. This is the time to toughen up mentally. So for economy, for example, you need to be very sure in your mind that I am referring a source and that source is good enough. Now that source could be anything. That source could be a university book, that source could be a PDF given by some online institute, that source could be offline material, the famous yellow books that you get in Delhi and elsewhere in the country. So the source could be anything. but you need to make sure that you're completely honest to the source, that you're doing justice to the source. And unless that happens, you really cannot expect to understand the subject. Now, when it comes to sources, what are the kind of sources that one shall use in the last 2 months? Now, all of the good books which are available in the market are very nice academically speaking, but are they useful for UPSC? That's a very big question. At the end of the day, we need to crack the exam to be able to write our mains, right? I don't have to really do economy from the perspective of a BA or an MA or an economy honors, right? I'm not somebody from Delhi School of Economics. So there are students who generally come to me and ask me whether referring Dutt and Sundaram as a book is good or not.
Okay.
The book is definitely good. During my student days, I have also been reading those books. But at the end of the day, look at the volume of the book and look at the number of questions which are asked and the type of questions which are asked in the exam. So that book is not going to do justice to the demand of the exam. When UPSC, when the commission decides the syllabus, if you have seen the notification properly, what does it say? It says a general understanding of all subjects. The students commit the mistake of believing that what you can say an in-depth understanding, a PhD level understanding of the subject is required. You don't have to become an economist when you're studying economy, right? That's the what you can say one thumb rule that you should apply. Okay, you must not, and promise me that you will not use these books in the future, at least for the next 2 months, in the foreseeable future. There's another book by the name Ramesh Singh. Now again, that book is very good. A lot of editions also have come up, but now looking at the type of the questions which are asked in the exam, the relevance of the book has gone down. I will not disagree to the fact that the relevance of the book was very high when we were talking about years 2013 to 2015. But 2016 onwards, in the last 5 years, what the trends that we have observed, we have realized that a lot of questions are either application based or current affairs based, right? Whereas the book the book which we are discussing right now doesn't really do justice to it, right? So your understanding of economy will be developed, but UPSC prelims is the art of cracking MCQs. It is not the science of learning the subject, but it is the art of cracking MCQs. And the art of cracking MCQs can only come from a lot of practice and come from a lot of pinpointed discussions, can come from a lot of what you can say targeted study. This is the buzzword. Students miss out on targeted study.
Okay.
Now the question is, what are the sources which one has to refer? Generally, then we come to the next stereotype of UPSC, that all the NCERTs have to be read. So students end up reading 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th NCERT for economy. But unfortunately, only one NCERT, which goes by the title Introduction to Macroeconomics, only that is relevant from the point of view of your prelims exam. There is another NCERT which goes by the title Indian Economic Development. That NCERT is useful from the point of view of essay writing and mains answer writing. But since the scope of discussion limits us to prelims right now, I must say that 12th class macroeconomics NCERT will do you a world of good. Okay, you must understand that this one NCERT will give you a thorough understanding of genuine oft repeated topics like national income, like GDP versus GVA, money and banking, public finance, and inflation. Money and banking, that is credit and monetary policy, public finance, inflation, and the calculation of national income. These are the 4 pillars of economy. If you can understand these 4 pillars of economy, then all the other areas that you can think of, like agriculture, infrastructure, services, energy sector, all of these areas can be easily tackled. But this is the foundation. To get a foundational understanding of economy, these 4 topics are important, which are very succinctly covered in the 12th class economy, which is economy book, which is Introductory Macroeconomics. So I would highly recommend this book, Introductory Macroeconomics. please cross check and verify whether it is 11th class or 12th class, but the title is Introductory Macroeconomics, right? So that is one thing you should definitely do, and it is very much doable because the length of the NCERT is not very high. At the same time, the language is also very lucid. I will also advise you at this point in time that you must you should not read all the summations and all the equations and the charts which are given in the book, because you're not doing your honors in economics, as I have told you. But understand and learn the concepts. See, if you learn the concepts, what will happen is any application based question in UPSC, that is in prelims, will not be a bouncer for you, right? Application based questions, jaise ki for example, if the repo rate, like right now RBI is it has kept the repo rate steady in yesterday's monetary policy, but there has been a lot of talk about repo rate. Now repo rate is basically the rate at which the banks keep the money with RBI, right? Now if what happens if you increase the repo rate, or what happens if you decrease the repo rate, what happens to inflation, what happens to money supply in the economy, what happens to the cash flow? These are the kinds of questions which are asked in UPSC, right? So if you want to really crack these questions, you don't really have to mug up facts, neither do you have to skim through such voluminous books like Uma Kapila or Dattan Sundaram, right? Or even Ramesh Singh. Even your basic understanding and a thorough and a holistic understanding of your 12th class macroeconomics will allow you to answer a lot of questions, right? So application based questions are a key here. We must not, and these are low hanging fruits, okay? These are very easy. Once you've grasped the concept, then these are very easy to do. What happens is that there is a phobia of economy among students, that it is a highly technical subject and therefore students really don't touch the book, right? So instead of being in the fear of the subject, I would rather advise all of you to why not open up the NCERT, why not go through all those 4 chapters, which will take about 1 to 1.5 days, and why not get ourselves acquainted with the subject. See, confidence is the key, temperament, aspirants is the key. Everybody, right? Sources are available for everyone, right? All across the country, the sources are available, online and offline both. Then what is it that separates the students who don't make it and the students who make it? The answer is very simple: exam temperament. You have to develop exam temperament. And how do you develop exam temperament? You develop exam temperament by developing subject expertise. And how do you develop subject expertise? By learning the foundational concepts. And how do you learn the foundational concepts? By understanding NCERTs. Fortunately, in economics case, you have to understand only one NCERT, at least from the prelims perspective. When we talk from an integrated approach perspective, when we talk about mains also, then I would like to add one more NCERT to that, that is Indian Economic Development. But as I said, that is right now beyond the scope of our discussion. So introductory macroeconomics and the 4 to 5 chapters which are given in the book are of utmost importance. It is a cardinal truth that if you want to make sure that you catch the low hanging fruits, you pluck the low hanging fruits, then this NCERT is good. The good thing is that it won't take much time. Hardly it will take, see, for a beginner, it might take 3 days. But for someone who has been who has been studying for UPSC, or who has been, even remotely associated with the, what you can say, with the subject preparation, for such students, 1 to 2 days is more than enough, right? But even if I stretch by any stretch of imagination, it should not take you more than 4 days, right? It is a very easy book to understand, and it is also going to give you a lot of understanding of the subject. So that's one thing, that's one pillar. Okay.
So Rohan, actually, I was thinking of bringing some of the questions which students have sent us, so
Okay.
that you are able to bring in the points you have along with the questions, so that students feel satisfied that their questions are being heard by Rohan sir. So, so first thing is, all the students who are right now watching it live, they can also keep posting their questions. I'll be asking all your questions to Rohan sir, and Rohan sir will give you all the answers that you require. So Rohan, one of the things that we are actually seeing, like students are contacting us with respect to their problems, and one of the things they see is that, sir, when we are preparing for polity, we have a certain book like Lakshmikant. When we are preparing for history, there are some standard books that we have. But with economy, whatever that we are studying in from books, some of the books that you mentioned, be it Ramesh Singh, be it Datin Sundaram, while we are able to understand these books, we aren't able to solve the questions that are getting asked. So there is this de-link between the questions that UPSC is asking and what the students are studying right now. How exactly do you think a student needs to approach this problem? That what exactly is going wrong? Where exactly the trend of UPSC is moving?
The trend of UPSC is clearly, as I told you, is on 4 pillars: inflation, banking, climate finance,
Hmm.
public finance, and lastly, agriculture and WTO.
तो सर
But
तो रोहन बात क्या हो जाती है कि आपने जो टॉपिक है बिल्कुल सही है बट स्टूडेंट्स कैसे प्रिपेयर करें इन टॉपिक्स को
yeah,
क्योंकि
I am
बहुत
getting
डायनामिक
you.
टॉपिक्स है
Yeah.
क्योंकि हम देखें रमेश सिंह देखते हैं हम ये देखते हैं इनमें ये चीजें ठीक से दी नहीं है.
नहीं, तो I am coming back to that only. I understand, and it's a genuine concern among students. Now, how to tackle is basically what we are doing here at scholar.com. We have a package of our own lectures. Say I'm teaching at Scholar only, right?
Okay.
So what we have done is we are not only delivering lectures, but we have designed our PPTs in such a manner that even if students make their own notes looking at those PPTs, it's going to be more than enough, because at the end of the day, those PPTs are made by using such excellent reference books only, like Dattan Sundaram and Ramesh Singh. So it's like a one-stop shop for all the students, wherein concepts from NCERT, internet, Wikipedia, Ramesh Singh, Dattan Sundaram, economic survey, Niti Aayog reports, all of this is compiled together in such a format that it is nicely integrated with current affairs and static. अभी चलो जो बच्चा स्कॉलर में पढ़ रहा है उसे तो ये मिल जाएगा. कोई बच्चा ये भी कह सकता है सर मुझे खुद ही करना है, तो उसके लिए तो यही है कि आप एनसीईआरटी पढ़ो और उन कॉन्सेप्ट्स को ढूंढो न्यूज़पेपर्स में. मगर दिक्कत ये हो जाती है कि राइट नाउ वी आर एट द बिजनेस एंड ऑफ आवर एग्जाम. अभी 2 ही महीने बचे. तो ऐसे स्थिति में हो ये जाता है कि जो बच्चा खुद कर रहा है उसके लिए पैनिक सिचुएशन हो जाती है, राइट? कि एनसीईआरटी भी पढ़ो और न्यूज़पेपर हिंदू और इंडियन एक्सप्रेस से कोरिलेट भी करो. तो ये जो एक इट बिकम्स अ वेरी बिग टास्क फॉर स्टूडेंट्स, and it's very difficult to do it on a daily basis, right? So what we are doing here in my program for Scholar is that we have integrated basic concepts and married them with the contemporary issues. Like WTO में कुछ चल रहा है, वर्ल्ड बैंक में कुछ चल रहा है, तो उसका स्टैटिक पोर्शन भी बता दिया हमने. उसके अलावा जो इश्यूज चल रहे, दोहा राउंड, हांगकांग राउंड, उसके बारे में भी हमने बात कर ली. सो बच्चे के लिए और कहीं जाने की जरूरत ही नहीं, राइट? And this is exactly what is required in the last 2 months, because right now you need पढ़ाई करना जरूरी नहीं है, पढ़ाई तो करना ही है, but focus पढ़ाई करना बहुत जरूरी है.
Absolutely true. In fact, मैं ये कह रहा था कि one of the things that I noticed about your notes is that can also act as revision notes. So on one hand, student is getting their concepts cleared. On the other hand, he's also getting his revision notes, which he can prepare just before the exam, and all his concepts will be refreshed. So essentially, हमारे revision notes भी साथ से तैयार होते चले जाएंगे अगर हम आपके कोर्स को फॉलो करते जा रहे हैं. तो which I think is a very important aspect. इसी पे हमारा सवाल ये होता है कि how exactly can one prepare revision notes for economy, and how important is revision notes for economy in the last leg of our preparation?
Okay, that's a great question. I would like to first of all start by saying that the PPTs or the notes that I'm giving, those are more than enough. So what you can do is you can make some pointers, chapter wise pointers, and in those chapter wise pointers what you can do is focus on trends which I have spoken of in the lectures. Also formulas, like for example there's a formula for GDP, NDP, or national income. Note down those formulas and try to solve last year's question papers. Okay, that's the best thing. If one can get hold of question papers from 2012 till now, then it will be very good. Also, I am also discussing a lot of sample questions in my lectures. So that is going to definitely give you an idea of what kind of questions which are asked. Okay, so students are not going to be made to do anything on their own, right? All guidance, all direction, and all monitoring will be here on my course, which I'm dealing with, right?
In fact, Rohan, one of the things that we as Scholar emphasize on is mind maps. Can you just elaborate upon why mind maps can be very effective tool with respect to revision of economy for this year prelims?
Exactly. So, for example, there's a question which was asked in UPSC in 2017 regarding domestic content requirement. And the
Okay.
question was very simple. The question was, what is domestic content requirement? Right. So, it was pertaining to basically WTO. Okay. Solar cells issue in WTO. Now, if I make a mind map of WTO and if I surround that mind map with all the important issues concerning WTO, which is Uruguay round, Doha round, Hong Kong round, and even solar cells or agriculture based issues. So what happens is that the students don't have to really dig deep. बहुत ज्यादा उसमें आपको पेजेस पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं, अगर आप माइंड मैप देख के चले जाते तो the see mental memory is also based on association. You will
True.
quickly realize that WTO, I had seen domestic content requirement in the WTO mind map. So you will not take more than 10 seconds to solve that question.
Hmm.
But anybody who has not done a mind map would perhaps take longer time or would perhaps even get confused कि पढ़ा तो है but याद नहीं आ रहा है. So recollection में mind maps काम आते हैं because word association is always with colors. And we are designing our mind maps in such a way that they are imprinted in your mind. That is the very purpose of mind maps, correct?
In
So we
fact,
are doing it for
students,
critical topics like inflation, public finance, money and banking, national income, all of them.
I would want you to know that Rohan sir himself has prepared some very important mind maps for you at Scholar. You can also have a look at the sample mind map which is already present at our app and also in our website. You just log on to Scholar and you'll actually be able to access all the mind maps that we have already prepared with respect to economy. It is Rohan sir who has prepared very, very nice mind maps. And the whole idea of mind maps, as Rohan sir very correctly explained, is that we have identified those very important topics which are very important for this year prelims. And what we have done is to make them in a way in which within one page आपका पूरा वो टॉपिक तैयार हो जाएगा. So सर ने जैसे बताया कि इन्फ्लेशन सर ने एक बहुत अच्छा इफेक्टिव माइंड मैप रेडी रखा है, पब्लिक फाइनेंस में सर ने बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रखा है, और ये जो टॉपिक्स चुने गए हैं वो इस बात को ध्यान में रख के चुने गए हैं कि इस साल प्रीलिम्स में क्या इंपॉर्टेंट है. So mind maps is something, students. So we would want you to come and check out at our on our website and also on our apps, right? अच्छा रोहन, एक जो सवाल और आता है कि one of the things which is actually differentiating economy from other subjects is the fact that there is a lot of emphasis on the dynamic part of economy of the what we are seeing around. So in that respect, economic survey coverage and budget coverage is something जो students को बहुत डरा देते हैं कि यार ये इकोनॉमिक सर्वे की बुक कैसे खत्म की जाए, यार ये बजट को ऐसे कैसे पढ़ा जाए कि एग्जाम ओरिएंटेड हमारी तैयारी हो रही है. तो इसके बारे में व्हाट एग्जैक्टली हैव यू डन इन योर लेक्चर्स, कैन यू प्लीज एलॉबरेट ऑन दैट?
Yeah, sure. So what we have done here on our package or our compendium is that it we have designed our lectures specifically from prelims point of view. देखिए कई बार क्या होता है, जैसे इकोनॉमिक सर्वे इज रिलीज्ड इन 2 वॉल्यूम्स, वॉल्यूम 1 and वॉल्यूम 2. Right. Now, when you talk about economic survey, it has a lot of analysis, data, facts, figures, and concepts. So for your UPSC prelims, analysis is perhaps not much important. What is more important is data's trends. Generally, trends are asked, and also certain concepts like sun meta preference, right? ऐसे concepts पिछले बार भी आए हुए. So what we have done is that we have dedicated about 6 hours for complete discussion on economic survey. Okay. And in that again, the PPTs are carrying such literature and such material that students really don't have to look elsewhere. Okay. It is going to be a cakewalk for students because the pointer format that we have used is basically will make sure that all the important government schemes, all the important concepts which are in news, all the important international financial institutions, and all the mechanisms of climate finance are covered in the PPTs itself. I have dedicated especially 2 hours for union budget as well. All the government schemes, all the yojanas, and all the mission schemes are included in that. So what happens is that in 8 hours we'll be completely get what you can say covering economic survey and union budget solely and critically from prelims point of view, right?
Okay. So अगर आपका जो सर पैकेज बनाया है with respect to 6 hours plus 2 hours, it will cover everything that a student would need to know to be able to handle the questions जो prelims से पूछी जा रही है सर.
श्योर, वॉल्यूम 1 एंड वॉल्यूम 2 में चैप्टर वाइज जो भी दिया हुआ है, वी आर आल्सो गोइंग टू डील on a volume wise basis and a chapter wise basis also. So 3 hours for volume 1 and 3 hours for volume 2.
Very
In
nice.
that we have the separate sections dedicated on various chapters. So we are not going to skip anything. What we are going to do is we are going to put on the table everything that is important and everything that will appear in the examination this year.
Okay, so students, that's a very good news for you. So if you're subscribing to Scholar, the program that we are running in economy, not only will you get coverage of everything that is important from standpoint of economy, static and current affairs, even with respect to coverage of economic survey and budget, आपकी सारी तैयारी एक स्कॉलर ने पहले से ही करके रखी है. In fact, we will also issue a compendium for economic survey as a summary and budget for your convenience. So Rohan, the next question is that when we talk about economy and then we relate it with other subjects, what we actually find is कि previous year questions वो इतने इफेक्टिव है ही नहीं हमारी तैयारी में जैसे फॉर परहैप्स हिस्ट्री के लिए हो जाता है या पॉलिटी के लिए हो जाता है. तो एक एम्फेसिस होता है कि इनकी जो जिस तरह से प्रीलिम्स में सवाल आ रहे हैं यूपीएससी में उसकी एमसीक्यू प्रैक्टिस कैसे करें. तो इसके बारे में आप कुछ लाइट देंगे कि हाउ एग्जैक्टली शुड वन प्रिपेयर फॉर एमसीक्यू प्रैक्टिस विद रिस्पेक्ट टू क्वेश्चंस ऑन इकोनॉमी फॉर प्रीलिम्स, क्योंकि प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस एज यू नो इतने इफेक्टिव नहीं है तैयारी में.
देखिए इसमें दो टाइप के क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, स्टैटिक एंड डायनामिक. तो डायनामिक तो जो है दैट यू हैव टू रिवाइज योर करंट अफेयर्स अगेन एंड अगेन. तो उसके लिए आई विल रेकमेंड दैट वन शुड डेफिनेटली सब्सक्राइब टू scholar.com and get the economy PDF, which is very good, and you need to revise that. For static portion, what one can do is one can go through my lectures for various topics and then identify the questions which are only static based from previous years, like questions based on banking, inflation, public finance, credit policy, monetary policy are going to remain the same, right? So those questions can really be practiced. Also, wherever it is important for prelims, I'm mentioning it in the lectures itself. Plus I think scholar.com will also do something for the student in this regard.
Of course, Rohan, we are always there for the students.
So I think the static portion can be easily what you can say practiced. Dynamic portion, I agree that you don't really have questions based on contemporary issues. So for that, you must revise your current affair compendiums over and over again. That is your only solution.
In fact,
there are no shortcuts.
Just to add on to what Rohan sir is saying, कि हम लोगों ने MCQs इकोनॉमी के लिए जिस तरह से बनाए हैं, आपके जो स्कॉलर आपको टेस्ट सीरीज ऑफर कर रहा है जिसमें इकोनॉमी के हैं, उसमें हमने इसी बात का ध्यान रखा है जो रोहन सर बता रहे हैं, that we are able to bring a good synergy between static questions and questions based on current affairs, ताकि उसी टेम्परमेंट की आपकी तैयारी हो जो यूपीएससी में रिक्वायरमेंट है. साथ ही साथ these questions can also act as question banks for you for this year exam. तो बहुत ज्यादा केयर के साथ हम लोगों ने क्वेश्चंस को डिजाइन किया है फॉर ऑल सब्जेक्ट्स. एंड विद रिस्पेक्ट टू इकोनॉमी, जो बात अभी रोहन सर ने बताई, एग्जैक्टली इस बात पे एम्फेसिस की गई है. तो रोहन, दैट इज वन एस्पेक्ट जो हमें बात करनी थी. फाइनली रोहन, वन लास्ट थिंग व्हिच यू वुड वांट टू से कि एग्जाम से कितने हफ्ते पहले हमें एक बार पूरा इकोनॉमी रिवाइज कर लेना चाहिए. इनफैक्ट एक और सवाल आशीष का है, अभी यहाँ पे है. लेट मी आस्क यू दैट क्वेश्चन बिफोर दैट. वो ये कह रहे हैं कि सर essentially when we study about economy, the problem that I am facing is कि जब हम जीडीपी, जीएनपी इसको जितनी बार पढ़ ले, रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर, कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर, इसको मतलब कितनी ही बार पढ़ ले, फिर भी हम क्वेश्चंस में कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं. तो ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है और इसके लिए किस चीज की जरूरत है कि ये कंफ्यूजन ना रहे?
देखिए, सबसे पहले तो स्टूडेंट्स ने एक काम कर लेना चाहिए कि जैसे टेक्निकल चीजें होती है, जीडीपी, जीएनपी, कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर क्या होता है, रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर क्या होता है, तो उसके लिए हम माइंड मैप्स जो दे रहे हैं, पहली बात तो वो, क्योंकि हम पब्लिक फाइनेंस पे भी माइंड मैप्स दे रहे हैं, हम इन्फ्लेशन पे भी दे रहे हैं, बैंकिंग पे भी दे रहे हैं, तो उसमें टेबल वाइज फॉर्मेट में हमने दिया हुआ है. दूसरी चीज ये कि जब आप लेक्चर्स के थ्रू जाते हो, एज इफ फॉर एग्जांपल इफ यू गो थ्रू माय लेक्चर्स, उसमें आई हैव मेंशन्ड इन स्पेसिफिक बॉक्सेस these technical terms and their association with other concepts, right? So जैसे जीडीपी है, तो जीडीपी है, तो जीडीपी डिफ्लेटर का क्या मतलब होता है, तो वो हमने एक नहीं 2 बार डाला है हमारे कोर्स पैकेज में, राइट, ताकि बच्चों का रिवीजन भी हो जाए. सो इसके लिए 2 चीजें हैं, माइंड मैप्स, रिवीजन एंड कंसाइज नोट्स. These are the 3 things that I would like to make sure that I would like to advise a candidate how to make concise notes. Then I would suggest that my lectures on scholar.com are more than enough. See, I am not saying that my lectures are the best. What I'm saying is that my lectures have been designed in such a way that candidates should not face the problems that they face every year. Okay, so these are made from the experience of the toppers and the candidates themselves, right? And they have worked in the past, and therefore we are now offering a very tried and tested module to our candidates or aspirants on scholar.com. So I would highly recommend this module to all the candidates. Make concise notes out of that, go through all the mind maps, and keep revising your current affairs. That should be more than enough. या आपका 3 हफ्ते पहले प्रीलिम्स के हो जाना चाहिए. उसके बाद में आपने आपके ही हैंड रिटन नोट्स या पीपीटीज जो मैंने बनाए हैं उनको स्किम करना है, उसके बाद समय नहीं लगेगा. ओके, इट शुड टेक टाइम लेटर.
Just to add on to what Rohan sir is saying, ऐसी चीजों में जहाँ पे रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर, कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर, वहाँ बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी हो जाता है कि कंसेप्ट आपके किस तरीके से क्लियर किए गए हैं, हाउ एग्जैक्टली यू अंडरस्टूड दीज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कंसेप्ट. क्योंकि बात आपकी बिल्कुल ठीक है आशीष, कि कंफ्यूजन होता है इन टॉपिक्स में. इसी के लिए यहीं पे ही एक्सपर्टाइज गाइडेंस का ही रोल आ जाता है, जो आपको पता पाए कि कैसे याद रखना है आपको. एंड लेट मी अश्योर यू, Rohan sir is being very humble about it, but Rohan sir के lectures are among the best in India. आप उनके देखेंगे. ये डाउट आपका GDP, GNP, आपका रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर, कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर, जितने भी इस तरह के कंफ्यूजन है विद रिस्पेक्ट टू WTO, IMF, वो सारे के सारे क्लियर हो जाएंगे द वे रोहन सर विल कंडक्ट द क्लासेस. रोहन, लास्ट क्वेश्चन दैट वी हैव इज कि हमारा 4 अक्टूबर को एग्जाम है प्रीलिम्स का. तो स्टूडेंट से पूछ रहे हैं सर 4 अक्टूबर के एग्जाम से कितने दिन पहले तक, कितने वीक्स पहले तक हमारी इकोनॉमी का एक रिवीजन जरूर हो जाना चाहिए.
अगर हम आज से शुरू करते हैं, चलो आज नहीं कल से शुरू करते हैं, so one can expect that by the end of this month or by 5th of September you should be done with 1 reading and 1 revision. If not by 5th, then at least by 12th of September one should be done. So perhaps comfortably 3 weeks before the exam you are all set for the exam.
all set for the exam. तो अच्छा, फाइनल जो रन होता है, जो क्योंकि हम लोग जब देखते हैं स्टूडेंट्स को कि आके 14 डेज में की एफिशिएंसी बहुत ज्यादा हो जाती है, तो वन ऑफ द थिंग्स व्हिच दे एक्चुअली फाइंड सॉर्ट ऑफ ट्रबलिंग इज कि हम किस तरह से प्रायोरिटाइज करें आखिरी रन ऑफ इकोनॉमी के रिवीजन को. तो आपको लगता है 1 हफ्ते पहले कुछ स्लॉट रखे या 2 हफ्ते पहले का स्लॉट रखे जहाँ पे इकोनॉमी रिवीजन हो जाना चाहिए? क्योंकि इकोनॉमी में आप जानते हो बच्चे भूलते बहुत जल्दी है.
या सो आई थिंक इट शुड नॉट बी 1 week or 2 week, इट शुड बी द एंटायर कोर्स ऑफ लास्ट 2 weeks. थोड़ा सा टाइम आप निकाल लीजिए इकोनॉमी के लिए, वॉट एवर इट इज, 2 या 3 घंटा. आई एम श्योर serious aspirants can definitely take that amount of time, and within the given 2 to 3 hours revise everything that you have done, especially the pillars of economy. I will again enlist the pillars of economy that you need to focus upon, that is national income, inflation, public finance, credit and monetary policy, that is banking, right, external sector which deals with balance of payments, and climate finance, right, apart from the WTO and agriculture. So these are the 6-7 hot button areas जिसपे आपको फोकस करना है. अब रही बात इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर सर्विसेज की, तो यहाँ पे आप करंट अफेयर्स में जो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर और सर्विसेज को लेके जो क्या कहते हैं डेवलपमेंट्स हुई है उन पे ध्यान दीजिए. तो वो हम डेफिनेटली हमने इकोनॉमिक सर्वे में कवर करवा ही दिया है, हम अपने करंट अफेयर के मॉड्यूल में भी कवर करवा ही रहे. दैट इज मोर देन इनफ. तो ये जो 6-7 पिलर्स है, इनको बार बार देखते रहो, इनको स्किम करते रहो. इन अंत में आपको शायद एक पिलर करने के लिए, अगर आप इकोनॉमी की बात करते हो, तो एक कॉन्सेप्ट करने के लिए या एक टॉपिक करने के लिए विल नॉट टेक मोर देन हाफ एन आवर, राइट. तो एवरी डे इवन इफ यू टेक आउट 2 hours, देखिए इकोनॉमी में टच में रहना जरूरी है. अब आशीष ने जैसे सवाल पूछा था कि टेक्निकल चीजें याद क्यों नहीं रहती, क्योंकि टेक्निकल चीज है उसको इम्प्रिंट होने के लिए समय लगता है, तो उसको समय दो.
बिल्कुल
So
सर.
rather than saying that I will devote 1 week or 2 weeks, I will devote the entire time of 2 weeks, perhaps only 2 hours a day, but at least I will be well acquainted with economy and I will be familiar. See, you have to be familiar with the language of the commission, right? The problem with economy is that you get scared when you come across technical terms. So how to get rid of that fear? You can only get rid of that fear by reading those terms over and over again, which, trust me, doesn't take a lot of time. If you've gone through my lectures, you will realize that it doesn't take a lot of time also, and it is very easy to understand in layman's terms as well.
Okay, okay. So students, that was all that we had for today. So Rohan sir has helped you in terms of strategizing and approaching your prelims exam. He has also spoken about the importance of the NCRTs, what all NCRTs you should be studying. He has also spoken about the importance of mind maps, having your own revision notes. Students, what we are doing is that we are trying to create a product that suits your requirement with respect to this year's prelims exam. Rohan sir has graciously contributed in the economy aspect of it. हमारे lectures बहुत ही exhaustive है, but इस तरीके से बनाए गए हैं कि आप prelims के दौरान इसकी तैयारी अच्छे से कर पाए. इकोनॉमिक सर्वे बजट भी कवर किया गया है, करंट अफेयर्स पे भी एम्फेसिस की गई है, एंड जो टेस्ट सीरीज जो आपको इस पैकेज के साथ मिलता है जो 10,000 रुपीज का है, उसके हर सवाल पे बहुत ज्यादा टाइम खर्च किया गया है सो दैट इट सूट्स टू द टेम्परामेंट ऑफ व्हाट इज बीइंग आस्क्ड इन यूपीएससी एग्जामिनेशन. Students, with respect to any doubts that you may be having, be it with respect to UPSC preparation or for that matter with respect to UPSC economy in particular, आप बेझिझक पूछिए. रोहन sir will be always with us in order to help you. और भी कोई बात हो, कुछ हो, please add in the comments. Thank you, Rohan sir. Thank you, sir, for
Thank you
taking
so
some
much.
time for
Thank you
this.
so much, Anubhav. All the best to all the aspirants. Looking forward to see you.
All the best, all the best, all the guys. Take care.